if he's silent, let's assume the answer is yes.
Yeah. Oh. Well.
Normal service.
Naughty Korak.
We were talking on his paper round this week about whether he regrets making a mute character, and he said that he does quite regret it at this point. Yeah.
I mean, we know that they can talk.
Do we?
Yeah,
Do we? I mean, are we talking about Cormac or
we
the,
know.
or Kays?
Characters don't know, but we know that they can talk because they fucking taunted the old man, the old war veteran that they beat up.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
You know, in that delightful turn of events.
Maybe that's why they got to be muted. Maybe they got told off in their like church or monastery for just taunting.
Just
cripple
can't
people.
help upsetting people.
Oh yeah.
So they got banned from talking as one of their oaths from God of Band that went, "Oh, but you're not allowed to talk."
Yeah. Or maybe it's some sort of weird sect that the only thing they're allowed to say is taunts.
So, last session, we in session spent a little bit of time, and your characters in the world of Fentos spent a long time, around four hours, I think it was, maybe 4.5 hours, searching every inch you could think of the library floor of the Gauntlet for Corlock's contract, and you were unfortunately able to find nothing. While during that process, though, of sort of looking around, eliminating anything, you did find one secret door you had not previously encountered, through which you came across a horrific mass of flesh known as a gibbering mouther, one of which you had previously seen the sort of corpse and remains of, but this one alive and suitably horrific. Doing a pretty good job on some members of the party, but you were following at one point managing to engulf and pretty much swallow whole both Kays and Ufrid. You were eventually able to kill this thing via, I think it was a called shot from Bunk, right? Bunk called it and hit it perfectly.
Yeah.
Defeated that creature, then kind of eventually decided that you just didn't seem able to find this contract, unsure of what to kind of do next. You decided to make your way back to town to kind of freshen up your wounds from what happened so far in the day, and also aware that the election was taking place in town. After your return to town, you were all headed over to the town square to listen into the election results, where Mayor Osif was able to win once again and retain his position as the mayor of the town. Something which his main opponent in the election, Carmen Rajani, did not take particularly well. Following some mysterious instigation from members of the crowd, could have been anybody.
Yeah, fuck's sake, Bunk.
Tensions arose pretty quickly, and kind of culminated in Carmen punching Osif, which then led to sort of arguments and a few sort of minor sort of scuffles and fights amongst some of the crowds. As this was all going on, your party kind of got sucked into the sort of the crowd as this was all happening, but some of you were able to notice that Carmen seemed to have disappeared and couldn't be seen. Yinya's Mera seeming quite concerned about this. Some of your party, Bunk, Kays and Winterberry, decided to accompany Yinya's Mera. She went to try and find Carmen, heading over to Blades for Glades, finding him not there. At which point, Yinya's Mera seemed to suspect that he may be headed for the mayor's home. You made your way there. You did not find Carmen. However, you did find one of the windows into the mayor's house had been broken into, and the sort of public library area of the mansion, which kind of holds a lot of history for the town and for Atari, had also been broken into, and there was a sword missing. The cooperative blade, the plaque beneath where it should have been named the sword. In a panic, Yinya's Mera led the 3 members of your party back out of the mayor's home, and you ducked into some bushes and some undergrowth as the mayor, Captain Longsaddle, and some members of the town guard were sort of coming by. However, some less than ideal stealth results, or actually stealth result, I believe it was just Winterberry that failed with a nat 1, did lead to those members of the party being captured by the town guard along with Yinya's Mera. Ufrid and Orin did become aware of what had gone on, headed to the garrison where you were able to all get together in a room along with Captain Longsaddle to discuss what happened. And there was a lot of kind of confusion. Yinya's Mera leading some of the conversation. Eventually, pretty much admitting that you had all been there to steal the blade, but kind of pretty much called you useless accomplices, and that you weren't really part of the plan. I think there was some suspicion amongst the party about whether you had been set up or whether it was I think, yeah, you guys speculated whether you had either been set up or whether it was a ploy to get you out. There was some uncertainty around that. Eventually, thanks to some really strong diplomacy from Bunk, speaking sense, I believe it was, you were able to come to a, well, I don't think it's even a compromise really. It was pretty clear. There wasn't a lot of negotiation back and forth. Captain Longsaddle made it quite clear that the three members of your party who were under arrest as part of what was happening were able to walk free. However, your entire party were banned from the town of Atari and were not to return. As you left the garrison, unsure of what your next steps would be, you were met by Rin Savinsky, who ushered you, told you she needed to speak to you quite urgently, and that things were about to get worse.
We weren't banned from the town, we were banned from leaving the town.
No,
You were banned from the town.
We were told to.
Yeah,
we were
no,
told to leave.
we had to
I'm not
leave and
told
not
we
come
were.
back.
I thought we were told that one. We had to stay in the town. We weren't allowed to step outside the town while they were investigating it.
No, you were to leave and not step foot back in the town ever again. You are not welcome in Atari.
Are you sure? I had the same feeling as Shane that
Because we were meant to be staying in prison until he said Oren was the smartest guy in our group, and Winterberry got offended by that, and then he decided to keep the bar lady in there, and we were allowed to leave, but we were on suspicion. We were not allowed to set foot outside the town.
Yeah, and if you do, we're not allowed back.
The notes do say very clearly for us, they allow the 3 to leave, the 3 of you being arrested, as long as the party leave the town straight away. That's the notes that have been made.
Yeah,
my own
to be
notes
typos,
and the video on demand also agree.
That's weird, because how is it that Shane and I both think the same?
I'm going to rewatch the end of the last episode because I'm pretty sure that was
because
It's this is what it is, right? Like it's fine.
I can promise you are banned from the town.
yeah, Winterberry can only remember it through a haze of anger.
Haze of pure rage.
Yeah, that Tunk was finally recognised as the sensible one in the group.
Well, it had to happen eventually.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was obvious.
Well,
so we pick up with your guys just heading out onto the streets of Atari, where Rin Savinsky kind of grabs your attention quickly and says to your group she needs to speak to you quite urgently. She understands that you have been predisposed and your attention has been taken away by whatever has gone on tonight in the town, but this should be the least of your worries. She tells you everything is about to get significantly worse, and she quite quickly starts almost sprinting, heading back to her sort of tent behind some of the buildings out on the edges of the town. As your group,
we follow.
I'm assuming you do. I suppose you can tell me if you don't. Yeah, your group. You head over, and Rin takes a seat in the centre of that tent. She has that tent, which is it's more of a canopy and anything. There are no sides to her tent, no sort of walls or anything like that. She takes a seat down, and she ushers for all of you to come and sit alongside her. And she tells you there is much tension in the air this evening. I can feel many forces at play, but it's nothing to do with the elections and whatever has happened here. This is far worse. I returned here following the fight in town. I did not want to be there, and I found my gaze drawn to the gaunt light. And as I looked into it, I could hear screaming. And she stops and she turns. She looks over the gauntlet now, and as your group can look over the gauntlet, the lighthouse isn't active at the minute. There's no sign of the light or anything. And she looks and just makes sort of direct eye contact, looking towards the gauntlet. And then she doesn't break away. She just carries on staring at it. She says to you, "There are screams coming from the gauntlet, but they are confused. There are screams of pain and deep anguish. But there is a far more concerning sentiment. There are screams of joy and of pleasure and of satisfaction of a plan long in motion about to come to fruition."
So, and do you think as a little bit, certainly in the way that Tunk responds to that, of at first being sort of, oh my god, what's going on? And then when she says this, and she's basically saying, oh, the gauntlet's bad and something's terrible happening, I think we knew that already. Do you think something's happening now? You said that there wasn't time.
Whatever's been building, there is. I can feel the static in the air, and the source of this scream. There are two screams. The one in pain. It does not have long left. There are multiple. And she stops and she licks her finger and just holds it up in the air. There's no real breeze coming through that you can feel. And then she wiggles the finger in a circular motion for a moment. And then she lowers her hand down. And then she sniffs her finger and she says, "There are spirits trying to reach out to your party. There are those already lost, looking to you for their own closure. One reaches out to you looking for redemption, and the other wants revenge."
Well,
One of those two is going to be Atari, isn't it? The Rose Guard.
I don't know.
The footprints that we've been seeing.
Footprints?
That was.
You believe you have made contact with a spirit?
we saw ghostly footsteps and writing on a wall that said it was Atari from the Rose Guard, and it's been leading us somewhere. Although I'm not sure that it's not been leading us into traps.
Curious.
And Tunk looks at the others for sort of confirmation, or is that? Do you think that's what we've been seeing? You did see it as well.
See what?
The footprints.
What?
And Tunk sort of takes a little sort of step back. And go, was it just me?
No, we saw it. Don't worry, Oren.
You're an asshole.
I am, as the kids say, fucking with you.
Skibbity.
Don't you dare. Oh, that upset me so much. You don't even know.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's what you
very
get.
excited about the Michael Bay movie.
That was gross.
She.
Yeah, yeah. Tunk will describe sort of roughly what we saw, and that we saw it wrote something on the wall about us following it, and it seems to be leading us somewhere, and that it was Atari. I think it said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it told us it was Atari.
Yeah.
And you believe that to be true?
We have no reason not to, right?
We got no reason to, though. It's, as I say, it's been leading us into trap. Every time we follow it, we get attacked by something.
True.
Maybe it's something we killed and it's trying to kill us.
Certainly possible.
These spirits that are attempting to reach out to your party, we could attempt to commune with them.
I mean, I'd be up for that. Don't know how anyone else would feel about it. I mean, we might need to do it quick because I think we're supposed to be leaving town.
Well, that is most fortunate. I know of someone that could help us to commune with.
Is
the
it
spirits.
Uthred?
Sadly not, but perhaps.
Because we've worked out he's not here.
Perhaps she could also open a line to Uthred.
What are you suggesting?
Follow me. We'll go find Warlewin. She'll be able to help.
Warlewin?
Correct.
Is that a name we recognise?
No, I don't believe it is.
Cool. I didn't recognise it, so I just want to make sure I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, Rin immediately stands up to her feet and just, with no kind of gestures, no kind of waiting, she just turns and begins walking. As your party follow along, you head up and out across the bridge out of town, and then she starts leading along the path to the west, eventually coming to a pond, a large pond outside of Atari, around which you can see a large circle of standing stones in a ring around the pond. There is do it, sorry.
On the live stream, that was the minute we were told not to leave the town. We weren't kicked out.
Okay, I may have misspoke. You were kicked out. I can guarantee it. That was definitely intention. That was in my notes. If I misspoke, I'm sorry if there was some confusion. But yeah, you were kicked out of town. Is that okay? Does that cause an issue for anyone? I don't know if that changes what anyone wants to do or anything.
I don't think we had much chance to do anything anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, apologies. I'm sorry. Where
We're
were
bad boys anyway. It's fine.
we? Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, you as you arrive, there is you can see there are a few people that seem to have a kind of camped out around this area, all dressed in very sort of simple clothing. These look like quite sort of close to nature. As Rin leads you over, she heads over to a female gnome. As you walk over, you see this gnome looks up and she looks at the three members of your party who are also gnomes, and you see she gives you like a quiet nod of sort of recognition. Then Rin speaks to her. She points to this gnome and introduces your party. She says, "This is Warlewin. Warlewin is the leader of this druidic group. They have long been neighbours of Atari. Unfortunately, a misunderstanding has led to them being outcast from town. It's been some time since they were welcome in town." Warlewin interrupts and says, "If we are going to be precise, it's been 12 years since we were booted out of town by Longsaddle." And she sort of looks over the five of you, and she speaks to Rin. She says, she looks at Rin, then she sort of speaks to your group. She says, "So you must be this group of adventurers Rin's been telling me about. You're the new Rose Guard."
I don't know that we would claim such an accolade.
Yes, that is us. We are the new Rose Guard.
I'm not sure the people of Atari agree either.
Not anymore.
The people of Otari are a threatened, endangered people. All of them know deep within their true selves that the town is long past its peak. Things are not going well, and I suspect at times they allow that creeping fear and dread to maybe overtake their rational actions. So, Rin, you wouldn't be here this late in the day if it was not for a reason. And Rin tells Warlewin that she has a sense there are spirits attempting to commune with your group. Warlewin speaks to your group, and she says to you, "We can commune with these spirits. That can be done, but I must warn you, it can be a potentially dangerous process. It's, I guess the best comparison I could give would be hearing a knock at the door in the dead of night and opening it without a moment's concern for what could be on the other side."
Only a foolish person would do that.
I mean, in my experience, it's just a drunk bloke normally.
Quite possibly, but the drunk bloke you may open the door to may be looking to play some kind of harmless trick. The restless dead, their tricks tend to be far from harmless. My main point of concern before we go ahead would be to ensure that everyone is comfortable with the potential consequences And that most importantly, if there are any concerns that any of you may have a restless spirit, maybe seeking to reach out for nefarious concerns, we should know of that.
Uthrid kind of looks around the group to everyone else and eyes them up a little bit. Yeah. Anyone hiding any restless spirits?
Oren keeps
Stares.
killing the ghosts that's trying to finish their book off.
Stares at Oren.
Keeps killing ghosts that wants to finish their book off. So if there is one person upset spirits,
I have nothing to hide.
just want to finish their book.
Well, let's hope
Just
you're
want
all
to kill
telling
it.
the
Just
truth.
want to kill everyone. If there is danger in doing this, then we are not equipped for it yet.
That's who?
Says I.
Fair enough.
If we are to undertake some sort of dangerous action, then I for one want my armor and my Morningstar.
Are you not bloody wearing your armor?
No.
Well, why not? We were going to a vote. Everyone knows they're violent.
They
I think you've lost your armor now. We've been banned from the city.
You've been banned from the city.
Yeah.
Or maybe all of us. To be honest, it's not really clear.
It was ambiguous.
But before undertaking anything, I want to go back to the Crook's Nook and collect my equipment. Even more so if we're not going to be able to go back there tomorrow. And surely someone should tell them what's happened to Innismere.
I mean, they're resourceful. I'm sure they'd work it out, but yeah, maybe it would be worth it.
To be fair, like I would be quite clear because it looked like he may have set us up there.
More reason to get our stuff.
I've got my stuff with me.
Have you got your stuff?
Not so intelligent ones would leave
Is
their
it-
stuff.
Is there anything you've left at the Crook's Nook that you would want me to collect, brother?
I need to check, but probably. I mean, we got some junk. 1 second. What's in the party stash?
I mean, are you carrying your books?
No, I don't think so. That's what I'm trying to check. But I did. Well, I can't see the party stash. Is it this one here? Open sheet. Yeah, got it. Stash. Well, there's some very invaluable stuff you need to grab. But no, I'm carrying my books actually. I think. Well, certainly they're not in the new Rose Guard thing. I mean, let's just say for the sake of this that I don't have them. I've left it there in my bedroom, wherever I've got.
That would seem logical.
Yeah, obviously not true exactly. Technically, they're on my character sheet, but let's just for roleplay purposes say that they're there.
So I propose that Uthrid and I go back to the Crook's Nook and collect our stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just two of you.
Yeah, and then we can at least kind of blag.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they won't have had time to when we actually came out of the.
It's been approximately 20 minutes since we were told we.
Yeah, so I think and I'm pretty sure they said get out by tomorrow, so I think we're probably okay. So I think we could all go back if we want to, if you want to, or you can wait here. But if you stay here, brother, don't get into the same kind of trouble you just got into. I've no idea what you thought you were doing breaking into that place,
Don't break in.
but
We didn't break
surely
in?
you know
You
better.
should believe in your brother a little bit more.
We didn't break in. We're looking for the. It just happened so fast. I'll come with you. So I'm gonna I don't know, find a scarf or something and put it over my head. Not over my head all the way, but wrap around like a headscarf type thing to sort of, or a hood.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I wear a hood. I think I'm wearing a hood actually. So I pull my hood up, whatever. Yeah.
I've got a flawless plan. Bunk, how well can you play the bagpipes?
Not as well as you can.
Can you make them make a noise?
I'm
No,
not.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
going
we.
to.
I don't think we need to attract attention with those bagpipes.
Yeah, but
I think,
he'll be invisible.
but not inaudible. We don't need to do that. We're just going to go.
But it would be so funny. Fine, I'll play the bagpipes.
No, well, maybe. I mean, is anyone playing the bagpipes?
Hopefully not. So yeah, Tunk gets up and sort of right. I'm gonna go now.
Let's do it.
Please don't do foolish until we get back.
Does this place we're at now count as outside Atari? It is outside Atari, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, these
So-
guys got kicked out 12 years ago.
These are gnomes, right? So these are our kin.
They are.
So I'm gonna ask them very nicely.
Sorry, they're not all gnomes, but yes, this
There's a gnome
lady
person
is
we're
a
talking
gnome,
to.
Yes.
I say, look, I'm really sorry to kind of put this on you, but I'll be honest, something really fucky went on back in town. I don't really understand. I don't know if this lot maybe do more than me, but we have to be gone by the morning, but we don't have anywhere to stay. Is there any chance you'd mind us setting up a few tents nearby, just so that we're not completely out in the middle of nowhere? And then we'd have a place to kind of keep some stuff if we needed to keep it safe.
We live simply here, but you would be most welcome.
Thank you. And hey, I'll play you guys a few songs or something one evening. It's rent.
Not necessary.
Well,
We'll do you some service instead.
I am renowned for my songs and storytelling in Easterbrook. Okay,
That's very true.
I'm good at this. He says in that whiny voice, and then turns around and starts to walk off.
You often hear people say we should go to the Red Dragon. Uthrid's not playing there tonight.
Yeah, well, your god doesn't exist.
Off we go.
Is that even in contention?
What? His god exists.
Yeah.
It is now.
I'm fairly sure that it's known. It's just whether he's effective or not.
No, it doesn't exist. I'm much like with the voting. I'm going to start some fuckery, and by the end of the campaign, my only goal now is to convince part of the world that Lathander doesn't exist.
That's fair.
All that work I did last campaign, I plan to undo it.
So you want to head back to the Crook's Nook, is that right?
Yeah. Back to the Crooks Nook, sort of taking side roads and just keeping out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sort of make your way back through town. The town square, by the time you make it back, is kind of emptied at this point, or sort of mostly emptied, kind of back to a sort of pretty standard evening. There is still a bit of tension around towns. You go past a few sort of taverns or buildings. You can see there's still quite a lot of people talking about what's happened this evening. You do pass a few members of the guard who look at you rather suspiciously, but don't seem to act in any particular way. When you arrive back at the Crook's Nook, the regulars are in there, the same sort of what I would affectionately call lowlives are in the bar. Einar, who's kind of one of the more regulars, is he's sort of behind the bar and actually sort of taking drinks and serving drinks. You can see he's even sort of taking payment off a few people. Seems to be sort of running things in Yinya's Mera's absence. And as you enter, he looks over and he calls to you. He says, "Where's the boss?"
Hunk will go over there and say in a fairly quiet voice, "Something's gone wrong. She's been arrested by Captain Longshanks. Apparently, she tried to break into the mayor's house."
You see, he sort of takes it in for a minute. He sort of blinks a little bit unsure. He says, "Yinya's mayor was breaking into the mayor's house? No way."
Apparently, I mean, my brother was with her and says that they weren't breaking in, but I heard Yinya's Mirror herself say to Captain Longshanks that's what they were doing. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm assuming she's got some sort of plan.
He looks over at Bunk and he says, What happened? Did she break in?"
It all happened so fast. I can't actually remember. Did we break in?
When you guys got there was already a broken window. You did go in through the broken window, but somebody had already been there before you.
Yeah, cool. That's what I thought. I thought that there was like some damage that we. Yeah. No, we didn't. No, not really. The window, and then the outside, and then Gar, and then arrested.
And she confessed. That doesn't sound right.
She confessed, and she said that she was going to tell Captain Longsaddle about the Osprey Club, or the Osprey, whatever it is.
And you see a few people sort of overhear the conversation. You can see there's some looks of sort of surprise and concern.
I think she would want you to do whatever you've got planned for such a situation.
And you can see there's just sort of like some uncertainty and tension around. And he says to you, okay. That's not right though. She wouldn't confess to something. Unless she was worried about something, she wouldn't do that. She takes I think she takes pleasure in winding up Longsaddle. She wouldn't.
Maybe that's what she's doing.
Maybe. Did she say anything to you?
She, I think, told us to get out of town. So that's what we're about to do.
Something doesn't add up. Something is not right. And he turns to a few of the locals and he says, if the boss is going to tell him everything, he'll have himself a field day. And he turns to your group. He says, "It's no great secret. Long Saddle knows. Most of us here are members of the Osprey Club, but there's an understanding, I suppose, that as long as we focus on taking from outsiders as they pass through and don't cause too much trouble, he looks the other way. But if she's telling him everything, he might struggle to do that." And you can see there's already a few of the sort of wreckers have already started, like they've quite quickly finished their drinks and sort of left in quite a hurry, seem quite concerned about this sort of situation. And he says to your group, he says, "Long Saddle will come here. I'm sure he'll want to have a look round and see what Yinya's Mare has left and what she has been procuring. So I will wait for him. And if the boss thinks the right thing for us to do is to cooperate, then I'll do the same thing." One of the core founding beliefs of our town, right back in the days of the Rose Guard, was cooperation and teamwork. So maybe that's how it should be. So I suppose you'll be checking out?
Yes.
And if anybody comes asking after your group, where should I tell them you've headed?
Tell them that Rin can get in contact with us.
Okay. Well, at least it's a stable connection.
Right.
Cool.
We've got to go.
You guys just emptying what you've got in storage there, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think
We'll
so.
just pack it all up into packs, and assuming we can carry it all.
Anything else anybody wants to do before leaving? Wonderful.
No.
I don't think so, no.
Wonderful.
I've been a bit miserable that we're getting kicked out of town. But actually not doing anything. That's the worst thing. This is bloody police oppression.
Yeah, by the time you arrive back at Stone Ring Pond, Rawlerin and Rin Savinsky are sort of quite deep in conversation. As you arrive back, Rawlerin sort of urges you all to sit down. She says that she tells you that they've prepared supper for all of you. It sounds like you've had a eventful evening, and this group of druids give you all these sort of bowls of soup. It smells lovely, like vegetables. It's almost like a stew rather than a soup. Yeah, they seem to welcome you quite warmly. They seem quite excited with your presence and quite happy to sort of make you at home. Warlewin, she quite quickly she whispers something to Rin, then she says, "So, are you ready to commune with the spirits attempting to reach you. Are you prepared?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Is this a good idea?
Yes.
I'm sure it's a good idea.
I'll be worse than the rest of today.
First bit. Say it again, Charlie.
It can't be worse than the rest of today.
She picks up a wooden staff and she gets to her feet. She places the staff, sort of pops it down onto the soil, and she leans into the staff a little and she whispers into it. And then she raises her voice a bit. She speaks out loud. She says, "I open the doors of my consciousness and of my frame to the spirits who themselves have no frame to use. I open myself to the spirits trying to reach out to my newfound friends. And then there's a quiet silence. She closes her eyes. And she opens her eyes again. And she looks round. There's almost a look of uncertainty in her eyes, like as if somebody doesn't recognise where they are. And then she turns and she looks out. She actually looks out sort of across the town and out into the bay and into the sort of sea to the south of the town. And then she says, "How could I ever forget that view? This was where the four of us would camp before the night before we faced Belcora." Then she turns back and she looks at your party. She says, a pleasure to meet you in the flesh, friends. You've been trying to keep up with my footsteps, I believe.
You of the Rose Guard.
Yes, that's what they called us. Atariel Vashti, member of the Rose Guard, proud member of the Rose Guard. And if I can say, killer of Belcora Haravex, and most proud. At least that's what I thought. We all were... We were all concerned about Belcora and what she had planned for our hometown of Estabrook. That's what led us to hunt her down and led us to this place, this bay, near to her swamp And the four of us, we bravely headed to her keep. And we defeated her. We ensured that Easterbrook would be under no threat from Belcora and her desperate need for revenge. We defeated her, but in doing so, it all moved so fast. There was magic being thrown all across the room. And the stairs caved in. Belcora and I were separated from the others. She was pinned down beneath a large beam of wood from the ceiling. Easy prey, I suppose. And so I slit her throat. She wasn't the first person I killed. In our line of work, it was quite often a case of you before them, or them before you. But I took some pleasure in killing her and knowing that I was the one that had saved my city. And I suppose that makes it my fault that she comes back now. Perhaps killing her in such a ruthless fashion, preying on her in a moment of weakness and despair. Perhaps I crossed the line in doing that. Perhaps that's why I was left even after I made my way down through corridors and corridors. I found a retreat, a small cavern. And it was almost as if I watched myself bleed out. And then as I expected my spirit, I suppose you would call it, as I expected my spirit to fade, there I was left. They always tell you that spirits are left behind for unfinished business or as some punishment for something they've done. I guess I don't truly know which of those two is the reason I still am here. But I sense that you're here to try and find out. And he turns and
Here.
he looks at Rin and he says, I have tried to call out to you so many times, knowing that you were the only person in this town that would be on the wavelength to receive a message. And so I suppose I should thank you for bringing this group together. And he turns back to your group and he tells you, if it hasn't already become apparent to you, Belcora has returned. She is scarily close to completing her plans.
What do you know of her plans?
Little, I'm afraid. In our time, we were led to believe she wanted revenge on Estabrook. She wanted revenge for the punishments given out to her family for their crimes. How she planned to get that revenge, I do not know. But my spirit is able to travel round the upper floors of the Gauntlet. I have been able to move unseen. I have heard her most dedicated followers talk amongst themselves, to themselves, and desperately talk to the spirit of the returning mistress. The secret to understanding what is going on and putting a stop to this right now lies with the worm. A cruel abomination that was once a man walked amongst men and still does under cover of hood and lantern. His elven frame is long gone. He is a pile of creatures. Where my body can be found, he is nearby. I sometimes listen in. I've even made my way into the chamber he has made his own, what was once Belcora's. And I've seen what he is doing to that poor dwarf, fueling his experiment. If you can find my body, then you'll be able to find Volok and confront him. But I must warn you, Volok is a powerful, very powerful man.
Volok the worm.
Volok is the worm. The worm that walks.
You say that the way to stop her plan lies with the worm. Do you mean we should stop Volok? Or do you mean that he knows the answer? He knows what to do? Just to be clear, because,
In life, Volok was Belcora's apprentice. Learning from her and taking her understandings and twisting them to fuel her plans. In the time after she was gone, he dedicated himself to avenging her and bringing her back. I don't think he truly knows that she even is back. My understanding from what I've overheard is that she has not communicated with him since her return. Instead, she only reaches out to him through the Void Glutton. If Volok was to be described as an abomination, as a thing of childhood nightmares, then the Void Glutton is terror incarnate. But it passes messages from Belcora to Volok. It commands him on her behalf, and in his desperation to see his mistress returned, he follows each command to the letter.
So we should destroy the Void Glutton.
And she laughs for a moment. She says, my dear friends, you are nowhere near capable of defeating the Void Glutton. Our focus should be solely on what you are able to do, and not what a flight of fancy may see yourselves fit to do. No offence. We have very little time and one chance at this. Let's pick our battles wisely.
So, we need to find your body. What can you tell us? Where is it? What can you tell us about?
I've been trying to lead you there. I've been trying so many times, and you're so close. He turns and looks at Kays and says, You followed me, even as the ghouls distracted your friends. You followed me. You saw where I went, down those stairs. And from there you'll find a body of water. Head south, and you'll find the cavern where I came to rest.
And then?
And then I can lead you to Volok. And if this town, if my home city is lucky, perhaps this new Rose Guard will be able to save everybody once again. If you don't, if if you are not as powerful as Rin believes you to be, then I guess we are all doomed. My city will burn, and this town will burn with it. My friends, I'm waiting for you. We do not have long. Volok is drawing the last power. And at that point, his tool, the weapon he has built for his mistress, will be complete. She will be returned fully. And Estabrook will burn. And she looks down at the ground. She says, I thank you for lending me your physical form. And her eyes close, and just for a moment she shakes back into consciousness. She says, that could have gone a lot worse.
I mean, that was a lot.
That was a lot. There's just as Uthred speaks, Orin looks over at him and says, Rin said there were 2 spirits trying to contact us.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure I'm interested in what the other one wants.
Rin speaks up. She says, that is true. There were 2 spirits reaching out, Rawlerin. Rawlerin turns to your group and she says, do you wish to commune with this other spirit?
I
The
believe
other one-
we should.
I think we have to, don't we?
Yeah, we need to know at least it once, even if
I
it's a
think
bad
it's-
thing.
It wants revenge.
It's also this book finished, but Orin keeps killing it.
I think it's a. I don't think we should. I think it's Belcora.
I think we should hear what they have to say.
Yeah, I agree. I think we can't learn. We can only learn from it. We can't. It can't harm us. Right. Right. Right.
Rawlerin
I don't-
looks down and avoids eye contact.
Mm-hmm. I think it's foolish, but I will bow to the decision of the more wise. He looks over at Winterbury.
I think we'd get information.
That's what I'm thinking.
Information could be very helpful.
So is that a yes then?
Winterbury thinks we should do it. But it's not my body this ghost will be speaking to us through. I believe for most.
Orin thinks we shouldn't.
I think we have to.
Bunk thinks we should. Orin looks over at Kays. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Cormac?
Clearly asleep.
Yeah, obviously. Okay.
And then over at Uthred.
If everyone else wants to do it, it's fine.
God, this is like a meeting at work. If everyone else wants to do it, one of us doesn't, two of us do, and the other one hasn't said anything. If everyone wants to do it, so you don't want to do it. Is that what you're saying, Uthrid?
I don't know if I see value in us talking to a spirit that wants revenge on us.
It
You
has
want-
said
you want
revenge
to
on
learn.
us.
I agree.
It's not said revenge on us. It said revenge. It could be a lost. It could be a lost adventure down there. It could be Balcora. It
I mean,
could be anything.
to be fair, you could argue that Atari was looking for revenge, and maybe
Yeah.
Belcora wants to contact us because she's sorry,
Yeah.
but it seems unlikely. But yeah, so that's a no then, Uthrid. Have courage in your convictions, man.
Yeah, my vote goes for no, but it is a loose no that is really not bothered if other people say yes.
But surely, hear me out. If we don't speak to them, we're in the position we're currently in now. And if we do speak to them, we either learn nothing, in which case we're in the position we're in now, or we learn something, in which case we're in a better position than we are now. And they can't harm us because they're just talking. So
But they well. Are you sure they
Yes,
can't
you're
harm
right.
us? And they learn something.
yeah, we're bigger, smarter, and more productive.
Oh, saying that smart.
Glad that some people are starting to realise.
I see more benefits than non-benefits.
Okay.
I feel
I
like
think
we'll
we need
learn
K's.
something.
We need to force Cormac back onto the microphone and make him say yes or no without telling him what it's about.
Cormac, you there?
I'm going to suggest that might be a no.
I'm assuming not.
Should we roll a dice for him?
That could be arranged.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bad idea, but if story-wise, if we go ahead.
I think we should do it. I've changed my mind. I think we should do it.
Okay. May the Thunder protect us.
Cormac was negotiating with his mum, apparently. I've just been told. She's just come in to say that he was talking to her and was not there.
But can you get her to ask him if he says yes or no?
Are you back, Cormac? I'm assuming that's a no still. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I think we've argued ourselves around to yes.
You've argued yourselves around to a yes, have you? Okay. Wonderful, right?
Yeah, Uthrid bent like a little bamboo thing in the breeze.
That's cool. Let me just find this demon stat block quick. 1 second.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, I wouldn't even be mad. That sounds fucking cool.
I'm prepared to be disappointed. I was just being a dick. Cool. Yeah. So she does the same thing again. She sort of lowers her head down. She closes her eyes. She speaks out those words again. And then she again opens her eyes, lifts her head up, slowly moves her gaze across all 5 of you, then turns just to the right of the party and looks at Rin and smiles,
It's Uthrid.
then twists the head slightly to an angle, turns and looks at your party, and screams screams this guttural scream, "Stay out!" And as she does, she drops down to her knees. Blood streams out of her eye sockets, down her cheek, down each, and she screams. As she screams that last word, that's that out, she holds it and holds it and holds it until her eyes close. And she collapses forward onto the ground. And as she does, Rin dashes over. Rawlin lifts herself quickly. And she says, "That would be our spirit of vengeance then."
Yeah, I told you it was a bad idea.
Or
You had
Orinal.
loads.
And she puts her hand to her cheek. She wipes away the sort of stream of blood, and she goes, "How strange! I didn't feel a thing." She seems a little short of breath, a little unsure.
Yeah, Orin steps forward and I will cast whatever it's called, healing.
Lay on hands.
Lay on hands. Thank you. Sorry, that went completely. Yes, I will lay on hands for 12 points of
Yeah, you do.
healing. Assuming she's actually injured.
Yeah, she thanks you. Her breath slows up. She says, "Thank you. So, if you're going to be guests at our camp, you could at least tell me who you've annoyed so much to do that to me."
Did you get no like memories or any like information like who they were when they took over you?
Oh my friend, that's not how this works. I am just a vessel. The spirits gain the physical control of me, but I am not there.
Where are you when it happens?
I'm here. I can hear what is discussed, but there's no merging. We are not one person. We are still two separate spirits.
I assume that was Belcora,
That was my thought.
or perhaps Volok.
Or the ghost you keep killing that's trying to finish their book.
That also could be it.
That could.
And they're
Yeah,
really
that's-
angry because Oren keeps killing them and stopping them from finishing their book.
That ghost did scream "Get out" last time that you encountered it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think we've learned from that, and actually we've been interacted with the ghosts, so they've learned nothing from us. So that's a win-win-win-win-win.
Sure.
Yeah.
Easy to say when you're not bleeding from the eyes.
Well, it hasn't harmed them, so it's okay.
I feel okay.
Well, assuming this is Balcora, they seem to like Rin for some reason. That's interesting. They really don't like us. That's interesting. The fact that they are screaming so much for us to get out is probably a sign that maybe they're a little bit scared of us.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I would.
Town. We were just kicked out. Telling us to get out. Could be Longstaff's actually a ghoul and a spirit.
It's not impossible.
Unlikely though.
It's unlikely, I'll admit that much, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, see, there's a possibility there. It would explain a lot of things of the made-up charges he made up against us. And the fact he thought Orin was an intelligent person. That is definitely a big, like, sign of something's wrong with him.
So, we need to get back to the. We need to find Atari.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the plan, right?
Now, or do you think we can wait
I
till the
think we need
morning?
to sleep.
We need to wait till the morning. I can't do it now.
That's what she said.
Well,
We need to wait till the morning to deal with Vorlok and his massive tool.
yeah. Oh, bollock.
You wait, when it TPKs you can fuck off, Jake.
What if he doesn't do it by teabagging him?
And do you know what? Actually, if you kill me by bollock, I won't even be mad.
This-
It's a fitting end for Ufrid, yeah, that's true.
Good thing he's bollocks it up.
So you go. you guys are resting up, are you? You want to wait till to wait
Yeah. Yeah.
Whims.
Orin will, assuming she wants to know about it, Orin will spend, I don't know, an hour or so telling, well, probably only 20 minutes, wallering at what we know of Belcora and what we've found out.
Cool.
And then we'll sleep.
Okie dokie. In which case, you can all rest for the night.
Ooh, exciting. What is going on with my mouse? There we go. That's that one.
So
Okay.
Cormac is not back still yet, 'cause his mouse doesn't seem to be moving.
So when I sleep now, it doesn't appear to have changed my choice to change my.
Oh, so what to change your
Rested
thing
on.
will be the coffee cup next to your daily preparations.
Oh, right. I will click that. Sorry, I didn't
Um,
know that. Although, not that I actually want to change it as it happens, but
I'm also. You guys have got enough. It's that same thing. You guys have got enough on-demand healing in your party that although you only heal a certain amount per night, anyone that's not on full, you guys can treat wounds up to
Oh,
like.
I will.
I mean, yeah, you guys have got tons of healing in your party.
Okay.
In that case, I've just set myself to full, if that's what
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
I will do the same.
That was my awkward roundabout way of saying that. Yes.
Really weirdly,
Yes.
I'm assuming it's to do with the fact that it's a module you no longer have.
Oh yeah.
But I now don't have the spells from my staff on my spell list, and I can no longer click the spell casting button again to turn it into the really open spell list that included all of those.
Well, so I can replicate half of that problem and not the other half. I think. Hang on one second.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I'm looking at the wrong character sheet, which would be part of the issue there.
That won't help, I'll be honest.
So I can see all your staff spells, and I can also click the spell casting icon to get the two different versions.
Awesome.
All the spells for your staff are under activations, right?
No. I have not got a single thing under activations.
Try refreshing quick. So they're for me. Refresh. We'll see what happens.
Okay. It's taking a lovely, delightful amount of time to refresh.
That's fine.
Right, refreshed. Character sheet. Uthred. Spellcasting. Activations. Nothing. Click it again. Nothing changes.
Hang on one sec. Now I can see it under activations.
I still cannot.
That's really weird. I can. I'll tell you what. Let me try this. How come you can't? Oh, I think I know. Yeah, I think I know why. Hang on. You still can't see him though.
Nope. I think Foundry just hates me. I feel like it is often my character sheet that just decides it doesn't want to function. I mean, I blame Cormac, but
So I've just. Yeah.
oh well,
I'm
not to
sure,
worry.
I'm not sure this short term,
Yeah.
but I'll try and work it out for you.
As I say, not something we can fix right now. Just thought I'd bring it to attention.
Yeah, I will. After the session, I will log in as you and see if it. No, we can at least work out if it's something to do with your character or account
Yeah.
setup, or if it's like your browser, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I can see on your activations. I can see your staff with all the spells on.
Yeah, that is not there for me. How exciting! Oh well.
Amazing. All right, I will look into it. We'll get it sorted. If you need to use it before the end of the session, we can make that happen. Obviously. Lovely.
I picked 8 potions without crafting it where it doesn't do it correctly. It is 8 I get, right?
It's what, sorry?
I've got to do it manually now, my 8 potions, instead of doing the daily
Yes,
performance.
yeah, you get 8 at the start of the day, yeah.
Can you double check I've got 8 and I've not
Okay.
overdone too
1,
many?
2, 3.
They're spread out over different bits.
6. Looks like you got 9 to me, so you need to have 1 less. I don't know why I had to point out the difference between 9 and 8. That was
Really nice of
That
you.
was really underestimating you, wasn't it? Yeah, looks like you got 9 to me. There's 6 under the weapons and shields, and then.
I wasn't gonna do the vaccine. I thought I clicked off of that one. I thought if I've got to give someone a vaccine outside of conduct, I can just use my wandering ones.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That's why I've done no healing potions as well, because I could just throw them as healing potions.
to be fair, I've never had a problem with numbers. It is just the order of them that has been.
Yeah, I was counting probably weird. That's why I thought if I got Sam to check,
Yeah.
Good shout. Yeah, all good. Yeah, it is the following morning. It is a new day, quite literally.
How are you feeling, Uthred?
Bloody good question, isn't it? How am I feeling, Sam? Am I feeling worse?
How are you feeling? Oh yeah, how are you feeling? I forgot all about that, didn't I? One moment. Let's answer.
Can I give him a vaccine? As soon as he wakes up?
Hang on. No, that's not. No, this is an immediate next day thing. So this will happen before you can do anything else.
Didn't you give him a vaccine yesterday?
Yeah, you've already given him one for this check. Yeah. Hang on, I just need to find my damn notes now that I had this in.
Oh yeah, the last 24 hours. Sorry.
Yeah, I think they last till the next check or something, if I remember right. Is that right?
And then I can just do it again afterwards. 24 hours.
Lovely.
Same.
Make that fortitude check for me, Fred.
Okay.
Is it +1 you give?
Oh. Missing statistic fought on selected actors.
Okay, something's messed up with you.
I just think it hates me.
Oh, wait there.
Just roll a fortitude check from your character sheet, I guess.
With a +1, is it?
I think is it +1, Shane?
Yeah, sorry. It says can I link it? What's that?
Yeah.
That's what I like to do with being
Oh, plus
Still
2.
Oh, not 52. Oh,
Nice.
Wow,
nice,
what a roll.
nice. What a roll.
Hero point. Don't die for
Is
it.
that a hero point?
no. I might need my hero point. Why would I waste it on that?
Good argument. Good argument. Yeah, Ufrid. You still feel sickened.
Yeah.
You also feel drained. Yeah, you are sickened 2. You are also now drained 1. Drained will give you a status penalty equal to its value on all your Constitution checks, such as Fortitude save. You also lose a number of hit points equal to your level times the drained level, and your maximum hit points are reduced by the same amount.
Should we quickly visit?
You know nothing about this. It's fine.
Oh, do we not? I thought we.
It's
we
fine.
You look awful.
It's still good.
Should we go to the Dawnflower Library before we?
We can't. We've been banned from town now.
Yeah. We're not allowed into town.
You have.
I think they were. I think they said we all had to leave.
I think that's probably true.
It's fine.
Is it though?
He can just
Yeah.
become a ghoul.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll root for Win to become a ghoul.
I don't think it's a cool one, is it? I don't think this one is
No.
lethal, if I remember correctly. I don't think.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I mean, other than being sickened 2 and drained, might be lethal.
Oh, you can't eat or drink as well, right?
Blue blisters is not lethal. It can't kill you in itself, but it can certainly make you easier to kill. Like by lowering your maximum hit points by 4. What do you want to do?
Is there?
I'm good. Let's go.
Okay. Okay.
I love that. Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Man says
But-
he's good, he's good.
If I die, I die. Like, we're adventurers. We're not fucking around. Let's go.
You're
Okay.
heading back to the gauntlet then.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, any particular area you want to be fast forwarded to in the gauntlet, or
Where we
guess that-
last saw the footprint.
The
Oh, yeah,
library where we got
that
attacked by
makes
the
a good-
ghouls.
Good idea, doesn't it? Yeah, I probably should have thought of that one.
Right near the
Or if-
burning room.
Or if you want to save a map, you could go to the bottom of those stairs. It's these stairs here, isn't it?
Oh, we
That's
could peep
where-
see if that ghost has turned back up.
Probably not a great idea.
You don't have to go in, you can just shut the door.
Do you want to go and do some more work for her?
I just want to see if it's turned back up, to be honest. Just open it and shut it again if it's in there.
She'll be back.
I think she probably will. No, come on. We can't muck about. Let's go. Having cast light again, if I haven't already.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, I have. It's there.
You guys want to head down those stairs, are you? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okie dokie. Yeah, you're right. I probably could fast forward you past that map load, couldn't I? But that would be too organised for me.
Hadn't we already cleared... Oh, I say, didn't you tell me you cleared a room already in this section?
Well, down below.
Yeah, I I wasn't there. You guys had to fight something. I wasn't there.
So that was skeletons. That was over the other side.
Different staircase, but yeah, there was another staircase
Yeah.
down. They have been down, yeah.
Yeah. But that wasn't where the footsteps were leading us. So.
That's cool. Oh, hang on. Before I put you down there, have I left your tokens over the other side of the map and then you'll get really confused and get too like low division? No, I haven't. That's good. That's organised. However, having said that, yes, I have. 1 second. I'm just going to get rid of your second lot of tokens, otherwise that will look super strange. Yeah, so you head down those stairs. Same sort of like stone steps like you've been encountering around the rest of the gauntlet. As you come down, you sort of come down to the bottom of the stairs, and the sort of corridor takes a slight turn to the right, and then there is a wooden door ahead of you.
Okay, making sure we're all ready. I guess listen at the door.
Sure, make a secret perception check for me.
I can do that.
Nice. I'm also going to assume I'll just put light on for everyone in the party that can cast it, because you guys normally will throw out, don't you? Anyway. Nice. Yeah, you lean up against the door. You can hear a couple of things. You can hear what sounds to be like the dripping of water, maybe even like slight movement of water, and you can hear what sounds to be like a crackling, like the crackling of a fire, not like a raging inferno, but like you can like crackling of fire.
Okay, Orin will pass that information back, and then I think then he's going to, if he can, throw the door open and step in.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Oh crap!
Yeah, as you step in,
Whoa!
I will.
Fuck!
I'll move everyone forward a little bit just to share some vision of what's going on, I guess.
This is not what I was expecting.
Oh,
Just gonna move you all up here. Yeah, so you, as you sort of open the door and step through, the first thing you see is this. You're inside of a large, cold, damp cavern. And there's like water, like condensation dripping down into what looks to be like quite a large still lake, sort of all around the place. You can see there's like large mushrooms growing on the sort of shore, I guess, of the lake. There's a large stone pavilion in the middle, which you seem to be sort of leading out onto. The stone pavilion where you are is stood about 10-12 feet higher than the water level, so it's quite raised up above the water quite highly. You can see there's like a bridge from the pavilion heading north up to another wooden door. In the middle of this pavilion, just up ahead of you, there is a sort of a flickering campfire. Sat down to the north of the campfire is a male human, and sitting sort of alongside the campfire on the southern side of it is a silver wolf. Soon as you sort of burst through that door, Orin, the wolf turns in your direction, doesn't. It's like darting towards you. Just turns around in your direction. You see it sort of sniffs out in your direction a little bit, unsure. The human, you see that the man, he stops and he looks over in your direction. And he's sat down on the ground. So he sort of raises himself, uses his fist, puts his fist forward, like pushes him down into the stone to help himself sort of get up. And then he looks at you, Orion, and he goes, "Rah! Rah!" He snarls and barks at you.
You cut out then. Did he actually say anything as well as snarling and barking?
No, he just yeah, the guy sort of gets up onto all fours almost and just snarls and barks in your direction.
So much for a diplomacy encounter.
Shall I be diplomatic?
You could try. Yeah, Orion will just look at him. Go on.
Please, friend, we mean you no harm. My name is Uthrid. I'm here with my good friends here to help out. Are you okay?
Make a. You're doing this in a friendly manner, right? You're just trying to sort of.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. In which case, yeah, just make a diplomacy check for me.
Can I do it in song so it's performance?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Yeah, certainly. If you want to serenade this man.
I do like to serenade people.
Nice.
It's only a +10 on it as opposed to the normal +12 because of the second.
Damn it. Yeah, you sort of sneak out. You sort of speak out, or well, sing out, I guess. And he, as you're speaking, he continues sort of howling at you, not even howling, just sort of growling like. Then the howling sort of slows a little, and you see he blinks. He sort of blinks a few times, and his voice almost sort of breaks and halts a little, and he says, "Greetings."
I kind of nod my head and kind of bow it a little bit, say, "And to you. My name's Uthrid. Who are you?"
My name is Joel.
Y'all ready for this?
Fuck off.
Sorry. It's a pleasure to meet you, y'all.
Ready for this?
What are you doing down here?
He sort of listens to you. He says, This is my home."
Oh,
And he looks down at the wolf. He says, "Shadow, come." And the wolf sort of almost immediately just lays down onto its belly.
good dog.
And he steps forward towards your group. As he gets a bit closer, you can see his skin is like really, it's pale, really pale, and almost like pasty. The skin's very dry, just doesn't look well. So it doesn't look well groomed or looked after, he, even as he steps towards you, he kind of reeks of the smell of like sour sweat. This is clearly someone that isn't a well-rounded member of society. Doesn't look like he has seen sunlight in some time. Doesn't look like he has bathed in probably equally as long. He steps forward, and you can see that you get the sense there's almost a little bit of uncertainty about him. He seems a little unsure of your group.
Is there anything about him that might suggest he's a ghoul or something like that?
Make a secret perception check for me.
Or perhaps
I'm trying to look for a suit to attack.
That's not entirely inaccurate.
You sort of look over him. The way he's moving, although his skin is sort of dry, pasty, pale, there's no like lesions or anything you can see. You monitor him quite closely, Orin. You sort of wait to see as he sort of steps towards Ufrid if he looks like he wants to eat any tattoos or anything like that. He's not giving off anything that to you reads as ghoulish at all. No.
How long have you been here, sir?
And then he turns. He looks at the wolf, and the wolf sort of looks over in your direction as he sort of turns, and the wolf still growls a little, seems a bit uncertain, a bit unsure. And he turns back to you and he says, "This is our territory. You are not welcome. Retreat."
We are simply just passing through, friend. There are things below that we need to reach, and this is the only way through.
Then find yourself another.
Orin
Go on.
Orin leans back next to, gets close to Bunk and says, "When we met that creature yesterday, on this level, was that on this level? It was, wasn't it? What's that above us?
Which creature?
The gibbering mouther.
Oh, that was the level above, yeah.
Above,
There
yeah.
was there was water. Do you think that water is this?
Can I hear any sort of sound of a waterfall type thing?
You can see to the south here.
You can see it.
There is water coming out of a sort of cavern sort of area,
Yeah.
sort of flowing down into here, yeah.
I'll point to that and say, "Yeah, I bet that's where it's coming from."
We're supposed to go south from here. I assume south is towards the bottom of the map, Sam.
Yes,
just
yeah,
generally.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to be really confusing saying no, north is down.
it's yeah.
Just to be awkward.
At one point, it's going to have. No, I haven't. Would you allow us to pass through your territory?
And as you say that, he leans in a little bit. He leans in towards your party. He starts sniffing wildly. He turns back to the wolf, and he actually barks at the wolf. And then the wolf sort of growls back, and he turns back to you and he says, "Silver does not trust you. I do not trust you."
What could we do to show you that we are trustworthy?
Who do you represent? Where are you from?
Orin pulls himself up to his full, very nearly 3 foot. and says, "I am Orin of the Dawnblades. I'm from the Temple of Lathander in Easterbrook. This is my brother." Indicating Bunk.
Hello.
And this is Kays, a follower of Lathander. And a tree and a bard.
But you gave
Hello.
yourself a bit too high thing with a thing and give us really shit ones. I am Winterberry Frost from the Winter Wonderland, follower of the mighty Lord Jack Frost. And I want to stay there with my cloak billowing.
It billows magnificently.
Impressive.
How come you gave everyone else and this is the best one? You're like the worst person bigging people up. You made yourself try and sound amazing when you're not even that good. Your brother, his brother's our leader. He is the one
I think
with
that's
the
fair.
right ears.
I would
He's good and
perhaps.
he's awful.
I certainly didn't introduce. It certainly didn't introduce. You probably didn't say tree and a bard. But,
and also, my
but
brother, the mastermind of our group, our leader. We've got our guy that runs out in front and just falls asleep every time. We've got our marvellous bard who inspires us to be better for ourselves. We've got the killing machine K's who destroys everything. That is a better way of introducing people. Not I am the mighty god. You're the mighty sleeper. Sorry about that. And I will pick off my berry and go, here's a wonderful treat for Silver. I'll pass it to you first. And I'll flick in my daily blueberry.
And the wolf immediately dashes forward, jumps up and grabs it, and sits back down to its belly. And the man, Joel, he looks at you, he says, "Are you bringing trouble? Are you bringing others?"
Hopefully stopping trouble.
Hopefully his brother will look after this one. So he doesn't do anything stupid like he normally does.
I try and stop him all the time. He doesn't listen.
"We'll let you pass one time. You go past, don't return. Tired of people.
Okay.
And he steps back. He still seems a little unsure. And even as he steps back, you see sort of his nose twitches a few times. He sort of sniffs out in your direction. And he sits down alongside the campfire.
How high up did you say? It was like
You're
about 12 feet.
10, 12 feet above the actual water level, yeah.
That's quite high up.
It's quite high up for a small party, yeah.
It's so from sort of here, just sort of looking, it's not really clear how high that wall is. How practical would jumping from there to the land over here be? That's what.
It could be attempted. It could certainly be attempted.
It's like 10 feet. You know,
yeah, it's not impossible. It certainly wouldn't be. It wouldn't be the most straightforward of jumps, but it's certainly not impossible.
While he's contemplating that, Wittenberry will like to speak to the man again. Hello, good sir. Do you know if there's any easier way of getting down from this high up to below? I'm quite small and it's quite a big fall for me. Do you know an easier way of getting down?
He sniffs you quite strongly. And he stops. As he's sort of taking your scent, he stops all of a sudden and he looks at you quite intensely, Winterberry. He says, "You've been an Atari."
I've been many places.
Who do you work for?
Jack Frost, the God the Savior,
Who do you work for in Atari?
can take you. Who do I work? The only person I follow orders is Jack Frost. He tells me where to go and I go. I am a lovely follower. And I make good companion. I can help feed people.
The wolf gets back up onto its legs at this point. Seems a little tense and unsure. Joel stands up as well. And he looks at Ufrid. "Singer,
Hello.
are you all from town?"
I'm from Easterbrook. Do you know where that is? I don't know how much you'll have travelled. It's not far.
"You've been in the town as well."
Is Atari the town nearby?
Yeah.
That was out loud. I'm playing dumb.
It's succeeding.
Make a deception check for me, Ufrid.
Okay. Shouldn't have said I was playing dumb. I should have just actually been dumb.
His breathing gets a bit heavier. And he takes a step forward. "Our deal is revoked. Nobody from Atari comes through my territory."
Oh, come on.
Is he like your older brother, Oren? He seems to be a bit like you.
Orin will step forward a little bit and just say, "We are not from Atari. We are from Easterbrook. We travelled through Atari to get here."
"You
I don't from Atari or
stink.
Easterbrook at all.
You stink of Atari.
Rude.
You...
I can.
The scent is strong on you. You've been there for days.
Never go back again.
Yep.
Very ungrateful.
Bastards, really, the lot of them.
Your people banish at the first opportunity. I
Oh.
banish you."
He banished me already. I've been banished from Atari. I'm not allowed there ever again.
Oh yeah, I'm man as well.
They're not very delightful people. I will be getting no Christmas presents this year.
My brother and Winterberry are telling the truth. They have been banished from Atari.
He didn't even do anything as well.
Did
Evil jerk.
and to you as well.
I lived there for a time.
Was it that douche Longstaff? Hate that guy.
He was the one that chased me out of town.
Oh, he got us as well.
He is so stupid. He thought this guy was intelligent. Look how he looks. Who would think he's intelligent?
he
Gosh.
seems unsure of how to react to the group, and he sort of looks you up and down. He says, "What were you kicked out for?"
So basically,
No.
we were in the mayor things, and we got asked to check up on someone. So we went to the mayor's house, and some guy broke in, and then some people turned up, and as we were leaving, they accused us of stealing from him when we didn't even do it. And he would not even listen to our story. He was like, "Oh, you must be evil." But they didn't even search us for stolen items or anything. They were really stupid. We didn't even steal anything. They didn't have anything on us, and they accused us of stealing. Didn't even investigate it properly. He is the worst person ever. I think we should be dealing him over Balcora, to be honest.
None of you hail from Atari.
I heard for Winterland, the happiest
I'm
place
from
on
up
earth.
north. There's my brother. We grew up in a little village. Crossroads, really.
How long have you all been here?
Not even a week,
Oh,
right?
I'd say about 10 minutes.
Few days.
Oh, you mean in the area?
You have
Yeah.
you have family, you have friends. What's your connection to the town?
Jack Frost asked me to come here and investigate something. Didn't tell me what to investigate. Very vague,
We-
that god.
We know people in Atari. What?
Well,
Why?
I've known this
Why
guy
do you
for
hate
some
it so
time.
much?
I just want to be left alone.
We can do that. We'll just go through and leave you in peace.
Tell nobody from that town where I am. He sits back down. He says, "Calm, Silver. They'll be gone soon."
Come on. Is that Oren will look at the others and sort of come on, let's go through that.
I think
Let's
we need to find
go
another
north
route
and
down.
then see if we can. Let's go that way and then see if we can find.
Yeah,
It's a bit
I
of a
agree.
chop. If we can't get back up or no route out of this room, we're stuck.
Let's go. We're going up.
Oh, there's a
Bossman.
bridge. I didn't see that.
Yeah, Bossman says so. We're going up.
Come on, Bunk.
For
Are you there,
handling-
Case?
For successfully handling that encounter,
Yeah, that's it.
you can gain the XP for that, which is 120 XP.
Oh, not too bad.
You like the idea of not having to fight.
Yeah, that's why Oren doesn't do the talking. If Oren doesn't talk, we'd have been fighting that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's alive, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has no problem with them. There's a door here. Can I listen to it?
yeah. Make
So-
a perception check, sure. Silence. Absolute, deathly silence.
So I will point out as we go through this that I count no more than 4 exits out of this room that aren't the exits he came in or out of. There's like one in every other corner of a hexagon.
Yeah. So yeah, as you guys are going along, you
Okay.
can just about see to the northeast here. There's like
Mm.
looks like there's a cavern heading off to the northeast.
Yeah.
Over on the shore to the west, there is a cavern. Looks like it slopes downwards slightly. Or so you look from where you are. Actually, it slopes upwards away from the shore, but it sort of leads down onto the shore. Yeah. Yeah, there is the source of water that Bunk spotted, and then yeah, there is another. Looks like a cavern with what looks to be. Oh no, yeah, yeah, it's just a cavern. I'm looking in an entirely different room. Yeah, there is a cavern off to that. So yeah, you are right. Pretty much all four corners have sort of caverns leading off of it. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, definitely. Defo.
Yeah, cool. I just wanted to let you know because I.
Go if you lead it, you lead the way. I'm going to. Orin will hang at the back until we'll get through that door.
I
Just in
listen to this
case-
one again.
Sure.
In case he
yeah,
changes
you
his-
hear nothing again.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
It's like an older version of Orin.
I should have light, by the way.
Oh, shoot.
I am a lighty boy.
Yeah, as you step through the door, you can see there's like a 5-foot sort of hallway. The first thing you notice is that the walls shimmer and ripple slightly with a very faint sort of pale blue energy. As you step in, you can see to the west, so to the left as you walk in, there is a staircase heading upwards, and then to your right, to the east, there is a staircase heading down. You can just about make out that each of them sort of come to a small landing on either side, and look like they turn off to the north.
Okay. Up or down? I say to the group.
Down, I guess.
I agree. This way, everyone.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, as you sort of head down those stairs a little bit, and then you can see as the corridor sort of turns off to the north, and then carries on going down.
And the stairs on the other side went.
They were heading up, yeah.
I mean, I know it's my movement action that I'm doing anyway. Like, exploration action is to search all the time.
Yes,
Obviously, I'm keeping an eye out for any nonsense as I'm going down.
I will
here.
sort of. Orin will push a little bit to get in front.
I do not let you.
Okay.
I don't like that you just rolled a dice.
I didn't roll dice.
You did. You privately rolled some dice.
I rolled a die.
Oh, you bastard. That's not what the chat card says.
I went.
It says Sam privately rolled some dice. That's what the chat card says.
Yeah, you carry on round, and yeah, you can see the sort of the staircase carries on, sort of going downwards as it actually sort of come around the corner. It goes down again and goes down to another sort of small landing at the end.
Upset
We've gone down more than 12 feet, I assume.
Yeah, at this point, yes. Yeah, definitely.
That's. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
carry on heading down, and yeah, again you can see the sort of stairs sort of go down up ahead of you there, and head downwards.
Oh, hang on. What's that on the wall?
What's what?
Just where Kays is.
Oh, hang on. Where Kays is?
Yeah,
I'm choosing to ignore because it looked like an error on the map.
Yeah, there's a door there.
Where?
Well, there's like a hole for a door here.
Yeah, just on the.
Oh, there's like 2 pillars. For what it's worth, there even outside of secret checks, there is not a door there. Genuinely not a door there at all.
Was there once a door there that you decided to remove?
Also, no. No, I'm not immediately sure, but yeah, genuinely, there is no secret checks. There is not a door. I promise you, there is a map-making mistake or issue there.
Do I catch up to Kays?
Yes, yeah, you do. Yeah.
Oh, this is fucking freaky.
It's Escher-esque.
Oh, what?
Guys, it's a fucky circle.
Can I get? Does anyone have a marble? Or a ball bearing. A ball bearing. Someone's got a ball bearing, surely.
I'm
I got
not
a sling
entirely
bullet.
sure that.
Yeah, perfect. Can I grab a sling bullet off you? Where are
Yes,
you?
and I cast light on it so it glows.
Cool.
Easy to see then, isn't it?
Where are you?
Oh, you just keep walking around. You'll get back to me, won't you?
Yeah, right. Anyway, here. I'm going to grab a sling bullet. I'm going to put it on the floor, like in the middle of one of these sections.
Mm.
Does it roll?
No, it's sort of on one of the landings. You're sort of putting it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it sits there. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to like prod it because it might not be perfectly rounded. Either side, knock about a bit. Does it look like it wants to roll one direction or the other?
No, the landing itself seems pretty flat. If you sort of push the sling bullet, it moves a little bit, but no, it doesn't sort of pick up any momentum beyond what you're sort of pushing it.
What the fuck? I thought for sure that's how we. That's why, because everyone was on the piss, but it's not.
Mm.
Detect magic.
What a weird.
How does it work in this game? Remind me. I always forget.
So yeah, when you use the tech magic, it's basically reach out around you. Basically all you know is yes, there is magic. No, there's not magic.
Cool.
There is definitely magic going on here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are what level are you at? You're at level 4, aren't you?
I am.
Nice. Which makes this. Yeah, there is some kind of illusion magic going on. Definitely. You aren't able to understand exactly what it is or what's going on. But there is definitely some illusion magic taking place around you currently. In fact, a lot of illusion magic.
Right. I will make this very clear to my to everybody else that's happening.
Yeah, I'm now tired because I've run round this loop like 7 times, so I'm a bit sleepy.
Each time you come back round to this area, that doorway is there, and you can still see Joel out there, sat by the campfire.
Is he just not paying attention at all?
Yeah, he's just gone back to his business. He doesn't seem interested once you guys have passed through his territory.
I would like to take out my hatchet and start hitting walls because I'm getting pissed with this loop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the back of my hatchet so it's like a hammer. And I'm just gonna start hitting things.
What, just hitting all around you, is this?
I'm gonna do another loop and I'm just gonna kind of swing and smack all the walls as I run round.
Nice.
I refuse to solve your magic puzzle with magic.
You don't seem to notice anything different. I guess roll a secret perception check if you want.
Sure.
If you pick anything
I'm
up,
listening
differences
out for
running around.
if like like in like old like video games, if the wall was like a secret wall, it would make a different clinky noise.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that. I want to see bombable walls, everyone.
You pick up on nothing.
bombs.
Everywhere you sort of smash up, you get that same sort of the dull stone sound as you do.
Yeah, do another lap, but this time I'm hitting the floor.
Okay. You go around again doing the same thing. Solid stone floor, very solid stone floor.
How high is the ceiling?
10 foot.
Shit.
Occasionally riding his shoulders.
Is everybody kind of like looking around this area, I guess?
No, Orin has stopped.
Okay.
And I've sort of gone to where I put him, and he's just watching Joel and.
So you watch me run by hitting the walls and then hitting the floor and say nothing.
Yep.
Just another day.
Okay. I run to directly opposite around the loop from where I am.
Yep.
And I say to Orin before I go, Orin, listen out for the sound and tell me when I come back where it comes from. And then I get to this point and I do my biggest, kind of loudest screeching thing possible to try and make a big echoey noise. I want to know whether he hears it from the left or the right or both.
Okay. Make a performance check for me. Nice. Yeah,
Distant.
You do you do this loud this loud sort of scream throwing out towards Orin. Orin, you can hear it coming down both parts of the corridor from the left and right sides. As you send it, Ufrid, you are a man with a lot of sort of musical experience. You have thrown your voice in many venues to fill many taverns and halls. You're used to the way that sound echoes in different environments. Sound is not echoing correctly here in your direct area. Orin hears your voice coming from the left and right corridors, from both staircases, both heading up and heading down. But as you throw your voice, Ufrid, where you are, as you sort of sing out and shout out, your voice in the position where you are stood, precisely where you are stood, doesn't echo back off the stone in front of you.
Have I just bansheed my way through this? I try it again, directly just screaming at the bit in front of me.
Yeah, you do, and normally you know how sound resonates and moves. You would expect it to sort of bounce off sound off a stone wall, bounces, especially at that distance, bounces quite quick. You'd almost feel your own breath coming back off the wall, and you feel nothing at all, as if you were just shouting out into a large open space.
I put my hand out towards the wall.
There is no wall.
Oh.
There is no wall there at all. You put your hand forward and your hand just moves through the wall, and immediately you can see into this stone chamber.
I shout again, but this time I go, everyone come round here!
But you're at the back, right?
Yeah.
As the rest of you arrive, you can see Ufrid has stood there with one hand. As you come around the corner, it looks like Ufrid's hand is just... his arm is just extended into the wall, and then as you come alongside him, you can just see the wall is just not there. His hand, as he's put his hand forward, the wall, it's not like his hand goes through the wall doesn't become invisible. There is no wall there. There never was a wall there.
At the wall, just sort of up to that point, is it solid up to that point, and then it just...
Yeah. You sort as you come along, you can see it. You sort of feel up along the wall as you come a lot past him, and then as you touch that area where Ufrid stood, you're able to just put your hand straight through the wall. Ufrid, you are 100% certain you tried this area of the wall when you passed it previously.
That's fucky.
But then, if because we're going down, oh, hang on, we're higher than we were. So this might be the first time, maybe you just needed to run around here 12 times? Because it's a different wall each time?
No, it's the same wall every time. I'm gonna step into the space.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
it's a small chamber with walls all around you.
Scream at the walls again?
Yeah. There is no wall ahead of you. This is just...
But there was a wall there!
This is just a small... I can't think of the word. There is no wall. It's just a small opening from the corridor into this...
like a meeting.
what looks to be like a small sort of suite. There's a pair... You can see a door on the sort of eastern side. There's a pair of quite nice looking sort of blue purplish leather chairs sat in the middle of the room, just around a small sort of circular coffee table.
And a door.
Yeah, there is a door to the east. As you step into the room, just for a moment, the room itself almost comes alive, almost like you can see things that you couldn't see before you stepped through. There is a human female sat in this chair, and sat in the other chair a male drow. You can hear nothing, but they are speaking quite animatedly about something. The female woman is quite animatedly, almost excitedly, but not like a childlike giddy excitement, almost like desperation excitement, very excited and very animatedly talking to this male drow who just seems to be listening attentively. Can I get you all to make a secret perception check for me, quick? Mr. Case?
Do I want to hero point my secret perception check, Sam?
I can't. I'm trying to figure. Give me a sec. My thing's bugging.
The answer is yes, you do.
I mean, we've got 5 minutes left of the session, right? I obviously want to hero point it just for the shit.
You get plus 10. You get plus 10 if you get less than 10. So mathematically speaking, it's going to be better than.
Oh, is that the logical thing to do then?
I think so, right? Because you get plus 10 if it's less than 10, right?
So 20.
What's the chances of hero pointing in that 20? Yeah.
120.
1 in 20.
Right.
Yeah.
So with secret checks, I always think you should never reveal them ever.
But I've just gone from a 20 to a 1, haven't I?
No. You've just gone from a natural 1 to a natural 20.
Yeah.
I
wow.
just revealed it because it has to be proven, because that was...
Yeah,
good.
boy!
I told you, mathematically superior.
That's crazy.
Yes!
Yeah,
I'm so
normally
good.
I would hate to reveal secret checks, because I think they're really cool, but that's just too perfect. Well done, Jake. Spend resources blindly more often is my advice to GM.
Statistics!
You recognise both of these people. That female human is Belcora Haravex.
Cora.
You recognise her
fuck.
from the paintings you've seen before.
And the other one's Volok?
And that
Is it
drow
Bollock?
you have seen in an oil painting, which did not survive
Bollock,
very
isn't it?
long when one of your members of your party threw acid all over it. But yes, that is Volok Azrene.
Bollock, man! Can I pick up on any of them, what they're saying through lip reading?
Oh, it's in that 20, isn't it? That's annoying.
I do speak Aklo, if that's what they're speaking in.
Yeah, I think you do. You are able to just about reach out. She is you could pick out odd words in it as she's sort of excitedly talking. She is telling him that the gauntlet needs to be ready. You can see he's sort of listening attentively, and then she tells him that they need. It sort of breaks up. It's hard to make out for a sec, and then you see she sort of stops, and she says again. She says, "If they die, they die. We need their life force for the gauntlet."
Oh.
And then it fades.
Oh. 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 If he dies, he dies. Well, that was interesting. I relay that information to everyone else. Who do you think they are?
Whatever they're sacrificing, whatever they're...
Do you not remember the goblin that he just took a soul into the golem?
Oh, little
Yeah,
little
Full bag.
ball bag, yeah.
Ball bag, yeah.
So they've got no thing for life. So it's probably like their followers.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, quite possibly.
Well, they could be talking about the citizens of
Should be thinking about talking about all of Atari, yeah.
Mm.
Or Estabrook, or...
Does he look anything like the Longstaff? Well, they could be related.
Stable. Saddle.
Maybe a relative.
Longstaff. No, I think he should be
Long-
called Longstaff, especially if his name is actually Bollock.
I mean, yeah, one's a drow, one's a human. They said it's not impossible. But it's certain there's nothing that would make you think that.
There's no distinguishing facial features that they share.
So that image of Belcora talking to Volok disappeared after it,
Yeah.
sort of like a memory or something.
Yeah, almost if you were like just for a moment reliving the room's memory or something.
I guess we should open this door.
I agree.
Yeah.
Is this floor green?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be my choice for the room either, but
I like it.
yeah, of course you do.
My favourite
Can't do
room.
that.
As you open this room, there's like two quite nice like plush divans. And as you sort of step in and you look in, one of the divans, there's all of a sudden there's the image of Belcora sort of relaxing back on the divan, and you can see she is reading a book. And as you look closer, you can just see written on the front of the book the title of the book, "The Whispering Reeds."
Whispering.
It's all about a really talented clarinet player.
Mm.
That book is definitely familiar to you as a party.
Yeah.
Or to some of you.
It is not. It is just recognised by one person because he's not showing it to anyone. But he's in the back. He can't see it, so he knows nothing right now.
Has he been blinded again? Oh, where's the window gone? There it is. So that glowing wasn't Atari. That was the image of Belcora.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Is there anything in this cabinet here?
No, yeah, absolutely empty.
Rubbish.
I think we should probably continue round.
Agreed.
Inside of this room, there's like a very nicely manufactured, very nicely like built wooden dining table. Sat at one end of the table, you can see Belcora sat at the end of the dining table, eating alone, drinking what looks like a very elegantly, nicely made glass of wine. And then you can you spot the plate on the table in this sort of memory, this image, this vision, appears to be a roasted humanoid arm.
That's just delightful, isn't it? Maybe she just got a bit snacky. It happens to the best of us.
It's not nice.
If, geometry serves me well, this is the last room.
Wow.
There's a little gap in the middle if we're going in a circle, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, fuck it. Sorry.
We need to
Jake.
stop doing that, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
If you show us a vision of Belcora having sex, I'm gonna be fuming.
This room features it's like a large bed along the west wall. Then to the north, there's like a stone archway which just goes into it's just a stone wall with an archway built into it. But the archway sort of shimmers as you actually see Belcora, the vision of it, almost just steps out as if there's like an opening there. And you can see she has a cruel-looking smile on her hand. On her face, and her hand is covered in blood.
Ooh.
And then there is the room darkens slightly. And then some piercing lights appear in the air, in the room. All of the selection of lights, all sort of all sort of swirling, but each of as they swirl, there's lights coming off them, like tails of the lights, and they all seem to connect together. And the entire room seems to begin to have the light taken out of it. Your magic lights begin dimming out. And as the room goes dark, we'll pause. And we'll pick up next session.
You bastard.
In fact, we'll go one step better. I'll get you all to roll initiative.
That's great. Has anyone mouse over this thing?
I can't say if it's because Kaze is too big. He's not a little boy. Is it a void glutton?
It is a void glutton. It is the thing that Atari.
Yeah.
That Atari. Oh, what a great initiative. Actually, can I hear a point on that, Sam?
Sure. Seeing as nobody got to make any rolls, you can hear a point of initiative.
I'm going to also do that as well.
That is a void glutton.
Why not?
We were big warned about the void glutton, weren't we?
We were specifically told. Oh no, we're not to fight the void glutton. We're not ready for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh good. Oh good. I'm glad we've ended up the way we have then.
Oh, I could draw it and I could run away.
Great. So happy.
Two people are the other side of the door and can't.
Yeah, me and Oren are gonna have a jolly fake fucking time.
I'm just going to change your initiative quick, Shane, because you rolled with stealth, not perception. So I've just changed it to give you your +2 you should have for your perception of your stealth. And then you can stew on that for 6 days and 20 hours ish.
Fantastic.
What the
That
fuck
was
is a void glutton?
That was
You
very
really
good.
want to get through those 4 rooms because you made it in at a really awkward time. It's like kind of tense.
Yeah.
You want to get through all 4 of those quick. So
Yeah,
That was a very fun session.
good.
that was good.
Yeah.
And congratulations for bypassing the man with the snarling wolf and not fighting. I'm impressed by you all.
Yeah. I don't think we can bypass the void glutton, they can we?
Yeah,
If you
probably.
want to stand here and talk, you can do it.
I reckon.
And
I reckon it must speak a language.
I don't think we've bypassed the wolf, the man and the wolf. Assuming we survive the void glutton, we've still got to get back past him.
Yeah, but then we get his XP again if we then kill him.
That is
I'm
true.
pretty sure we don't.
I'm
pretty sure.
I disagree.
I'm pretty sure that it just goes. Oh, that's fine.
I think we're allowed it. I also think we're fucked.
We.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean me and Oren at the very least are fucked.
Do we just
You
get
guys
out of
might,
here?
you guys might be able to run away, but something tells me I'm not going to be able to get past this thing without it eating me.
Well, I'm not leaving out my brother, so. Right, I'm going to shoot off because I've got to. I'll be up early tomorrow, but I will catch you all next week.
See you later.
See you later.
Charlie.
Yeah, bye bye.
That was very good, Sam.